Hi friends.
Hi friends.
All right, today we're gonna read
Grace for President.
Yay!
So Monday is President's Day. Here are some of the presidents. And we made our own banner that says Grace for President.
Grace for President. It looks pretty cool. Grace for President.
On Monday morning in September, Mrs. Barrington rolled out a big poster with all the president's pictures on it. Grace Campbell could not believe her eyes. Where are all the girls? Where are all the girls? Oh my goodness, look. That is a very good question, said Mrs. Barrington.
The truth is, our country has never had a woman president.
No girl president?
Ever?
Ever? Asked Grace. No, I'm afraid not, said Mrs. Barrington. Grace sat at her desk and stewed. No girls.
Who'd ever heard of such a crazy thing? Finally, she raised her hand.
Yes, Grace. I've been thinking it over, and I'd like to be president. Several students in the class laughed. Oh no, that's not very nice, is it?
No, it's not nice, not nice at all.
It's not very nice at all. Well, I think that's a star-spangled idea, Grace, said Mrs. Barrington. In fact, we can have our own election right here at Woodrow Wilson Elementary. The snickering in the room stopped. Grace smiled. Would anyone else like to run for president? Miss Barrington asked the class. Nobody raised their hand. Becoming president was going to be easy, Grace thought. The next day, Miss Barrington made an announcement. In the name of democracy, I invited Mr. Wallace's class to join our election. Their class has nominated Thomas Cobb to be their presidential candidate. Oh no.
Grace's heart sank. Thomas was the school spelling bee champion.
His experiments always took the blue ribbon in the science fair. And he was captain of their soccer team. Becoming president wasn't going to be so easy after all, thought Grace. The teachers put the names of all 50 states and the District of Columbia into a hat. Everyone except for Grace and Thomas got to choose a state. I'm Texas, said Anthony. I'm New Hampshire, said Rose. I'm Michigan, said Robbie. What does the number 16 mean?
Each state is assigned a number of electoral votes. That number is determined by how many people live in each state, says Miss Barrington.
Each of you will be a representative for your state.
Altogether, our country has 538 electoral votes, Miss Waller explained. On election day, the candidate who receives 270 electoral votes or more wins the election.
Why 270? asked Rose.
That's more than half of all the electoral votes, Mr. Waller said. Becoming president really wasn't going to be that easy, thought Grace.
Ooh, Grace came up with a campaign slogan.
Make history. Vote Grace Campbell for president.
Thomas came up with his own campaign slogan. Vote for Thomas, the best man for the job. Grace listened to what issues were important to the students, and she made a list of campaign promises.
A peaceful school, no bullies. A cleaner school, no littering. Better hot lunches. No more fish stick tacos.
Ew.
Thomas made his own list of promises. Free tutoring, free soccer lessons, free fish stick tacos every week.
Grace made campaign posters and buttons. Thomas made posters and buttons too. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Each week, the teachers set aside some time for candidates to meet with their constituents. Polls were taken. Voters were making their choices.
Grace continued to campaign. So cool.
At recess, she gave speeches. During lunch, she handed out free cupcakes. After school, she held rallies.
Meanwhile, Thomas wasn't worried.
He had clearly calculated that the boys held a slightly more electoral votes than the girls.
At recess, Thomas studied his spelling words. During lunch, he worked on his latest science experiment. After school, he played soccer. Was he campaigning?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't campaigning.
I think he's in for a surprise.
Even before the election, Grace made good on her promises. She joined the safety squad. She organized the school beautification committee and volunteered her time in the school cafeteria.
Oh my goodness, look how tired she looks. She's working really hard.
In early November,
Woodrow Wilson Elementary hosted a special election day assembly.
Grace and Thomas took their places on the stage as the school band began to play. Henry was the first representative to approach the microphone. The Yellow Hammer, state of Alabama, cast its 9 electoral votes for Thomas Cobb.
Fletcher said. The last frontier state of Alaska cast its 3 electoral votes for the best man for the job, Thomas Cobb. Hannah called out. The Grand Canyon state of Arizona cast its 11 electoral votes for Grace Campbell. And so it went. State after state after state cast their electoral votes. The scoreboard in the gymnasium kept track of its totals.
The voting demonstration was quickly coming to an end. Clara approached the podium. The Badger state of Wisconsin
casts its 10 votes for my best friend, Grace Campbell. Grace looked at the scoreboard. Oh no, it's very close.
Thomas had 268 electoral votes, and she had 267. There was only one state until all accounted for.
Oh my goodness.
Only one state.
Wyoming. There's Wyoming. His fingers crossed. Thomas grinned. Grace felt sick. Sam walked up to the microphone.
He looked at Thomas. He looked at Grace. He looked down at Grace's handmade flag.
She didn't say a word. What are you waiting for? Whispered Thomas. The band stopped playing. All eyes were watching Wyoming. Finally, Sam cleared his throat. The equality state of Wyoming casts its 3 electoral votes for... And drum roll. Oh my goodness. Who do you think will win?
I hope Grace wins. I hope Grace wins.
I want Grace to win too. Grace Campbell! Yay! The gymnasium erupted in loud cheers, with a few minor boos.
Miss Barrington approached the podium. Well, with 270 electoral votes, the winner is Grace Campbell.
Thomas looked stunned. Grace hugged Sam. Why did you do it? She asked.
Sam handed Grace his flag because he said,
I thought you were the best person for the job.
The following week, students in Miss Barrington's class were preparing for their career day presentations.
Grace volunteered to go first. She stood at the front of the room and glanced at the poster hanging on the wall.
My name is Grace Campbell, and when I grow up, I'm going to be the President of the United States.
This time, everyone believed that she would. And that's the end. Oh my goodness, and there's her, all grown up, becoming the President of the United States.
All right, goodbye everyone. Remember to stay safe and always read books.